Powerful Content Podcast, your go-to source for content creation, strategy, and business inspiration. I'm your host, Meld, content strategist, coach, and speaker, empowering women across the globe to grow their business with powerful content that connects, nurtures, and converts. So if you're ready to create standout content that gets you noticed and remembered, or build an aligned audience who love you and are ready to buy from you, you're in the right place. I believe that content has the power to connect us all. It's up to you how you use it. Listen in for genuine and insightful chats with guests, as well as practical tools and strategies from me. It's so lovely to have you here. Let's dive into the show. I acknowledge the Wongal people of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of the country that I am recording from today. I recognise their continuing connection to the land and waters. I pay my respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all First Nation people listening today. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to episode 98 of the Powerful Content Podcast. Welcome to a brand spanking new year. So lovely to have you on board for 2024. I hope you've been able to take at least a few days off. Although I know how hard that is, I find this time of year I'm full of planning and ideas that I want to implement, but we've purposely got out a couple of puzzles over the last couple of weeks we can do as a family. So it's a really great excuse to switch off whilst watching a bit of the cricket. That actually brings back such fond childhood memories of doing puzzles watching cricket. Anyway, I know that most people are still in holiday mode at the moment, but I thought I'd jump in today with a really quick episode to talk about what's been going on behind the scenes over here in Meld HQ and what's coming up for 2024 in the hopes that it will get you thinking too. Now, you know that I'm not about all the shoulds or guilting you into feeling like you need to do something, like you need to plan or make goals or map out your content. So there's definitely going to be none of that today. More of a bit of a heart-to-heart about what's going on. In my life, I've had plenty of role models in the online space and in real life that have shown me what I don't want to do or be. They've shown examples of traits that I don't want to show, of leadership styles that make me feel really quite sick, of behavior changes that I've witnessed once people have become more popular, especially in the online space. It's really interesting. And I'm sure that you've seen some of these things as well. And you think, ugh, why? Why did they do this? Well, for me, this has been a real eye-opener in 2023. And it's FOMO that has kept me stuck, if I'm going to be 100% honest. It's kept me hanging around people that just did not light me up. And you know what? I'm constantly telling my kids to look for those people who light you up, whose energy combines really well with yours, and those people that make you smile, that you jump at the chance to be in their presence. Not in that weird stalking, put them on a pedestal kind of way, just that easy to talk to person that gets you thinking, challenges you, and makes you laugh. So I finally listened to my own motherly advice and have unfollowed, unsubscribed, and unattached myself to these people. And oh my goodness, it feels so good. I don't know why it's taken me so long to unattach myself. Anyway, I guess that this is a bit of a long-winded way of saying that this year, I want this podcast to be your light. Somewhere to go to get unstuck, to become motivated to create, become more purposeful, and feel at home, especially during 2024. And I think having these spaces in online business are really important. A place where you can feel welcome, a place that you'd feel more than comfortable inviting your friends to, and a place that's real. Now, a big part of my message is that content has the power to connect us all, but it's up to you how to use it. I'm not here to trick you, to hard sell to you, to talk about how rosy life is all the time when it's not. I'm here for real relationships, the real version of life, and the real me, connecting with the real you. And that's what I want you to be inspired to do in 2024. Be more you in your content. When you're trying to be like someone else or someone who you think you should be, it's hard. It's hard work. Content is so much easier when you know what you stand for, what possibilities you bring to the table for those that you serve, and how you can be more you whilst doing it. So behind the scenes over the past couple of months have honestly felt a little bit hard for me. I decided last minute to run a Kickstarter campaign for my book, which I'm actually ecstatic to say was successful, and my book will be printed very soon. So exciting. And then I went on to promote a masterclass I was running for another community, and then straight into promoting the content effect. Showing up didn't feel hard for me. I have a framework in place to support me to do that. It was just felt like I was always selling. And this is the funny bit. That's not what I teach. It's about touching all of the parts of the client journey, and there's connect, subscribe, and nurture before we even get to convert. And I'm about guiding your ideal client, not pulling them along for the ride. As such, I went pretty quiet on socials for quite a while. I needed a break. I needed a chance to reset and rethink, and obviously to unsubscribe and unfollow. And whilst that may sound kind of strange coming from someone who talks about consistency and visibility, it's something that I knew that I needed to do. I also really talk about being mindful of your time, energy, and resources, and I just did not have the energy, nor did I want to bring the wrong energy to my content. So now I've had some space. I'm excited at what this year is going to bring, both in the content realm and my business as well. Which leads me to my word of the year, open. For 8 years, I've been coming up with a word to take into the new year that represents how I want to feel in my business. My past words include embrace, brave, presence, mission, imagine, bold, and shine. They often find their way onto my vision board, which I will be doing with my daughter as a little project. We do that at the beginning of every year, and it becomes a constant reminder of what the year is all about. I've spent a lot of time on thesaurus.com over the last few weeks trying to find that perfect word. I knew that I really wanted to springboard off the publication of my book in just a few months' time, but magnify or amplify felt too heavy for me this year. I knew that I wanted to grow and feel happy about it, but flow and flourish didn't quite capture the strategy behind my approach to the year. I knew that I wanted to continue to become more confident and put myself out there, but that kind of felt too similar to last year's word shine. So I've decided 2024 is all about being open, and I'll be using open in my business in 4 different ways. The first is I'll be open to more opportunities. I want to be even more open to sharing my expertise with you and my other audiences. I know that I've got a really unique take on content strategy and creation, so it's about this message reaching more people. That's why I've decided to participate in a summit and 3 bundles within the first 2 months of this year. It's a lot of organizing, but it's really in line with my objective to also grow my list and be open to trying new things. So you can expect to see more podcast guesting, and make sure you give me a shout if you're keen to have me speak on yours or you know one that you think that I would be great on. You'll see more speaking gigs, both in real life and digitally via masterclasses for others. I'm even contemplating running my own event this year, and videos, hopefully lots of them. The second way I'll be open is open my heart. My experience last year with people I didn't want to emulate has really dialed in who I want to be for you and who I want to be for me. And quite simply, I want to be me. The kind, thoughtful, big-hearted person who wants you to succeed. I want you to have the confidence to give things a go and know that there are no shoulds when it comes to creating content. I want to be the same genuine, humble person who will always be 100% honest with you, not some version of this that tries to be like other people online with tricky sales tactics or obvious lead baiting. So if you're ready to work on your content with someone who cares about you as a person rather than sees you as a transactional number, then I'm open for it. The third way is to be open to new ideas and doing things differently. I've already mentioned that I'm trying something new with attracting more people into my world, participating in those bundles where you can get a bucket load of resources from myself and other entrepreneurs for no or very little cost. And check out the show notes for a couple that are already open for you to participate in. There's some seriously great resources available for you to learn from and to be open to a new perspective. I've also decided to be open to trying 2 different things with my content. The first is I'm dropping my blog. A little bit of a sad face here from me. After 8 years of consistent publication, I've decided that I'm going to focus solely on this podcast and use my knowledge and the power of reimagination to eventually turn it into a blog. The second thing is that I love to write. Writing my book, The Power of Content, has shown me that I can get lost in writing for hours on end. And I love writing my emails. Plus, I find it super easy, so it's really a no-brainer to write more of them. I can't wait to see how being open to these changes will shift my time, my energy, and my resources as well. And last of all, I'm open to more clients. To be 100% transparent, I saw a huge drop in income in 2023 due to the time and focus of finishing my book. But that was a choice that I made, and I know that it'll pay dividends in the long run. That being said, I'm ready to jump full swing into helping more big-hearted entrepreneurs like you in 2024. So to this end, I'm putting together a brand new program to help more of you feel more confident, crafting your message and getting it out into the world through your content in a way that feels easy for you. I'm super excited about this as I've heard loud and clear that people don't want to purchase another course that just sits in their inbox and gathers dust. So you can expect accountability and action, working one-on-one with me and some group elements as well. I'm also opening my calendar for more chats with entrepreneurs who feel stuck so that you can walk away with your next best action to feel clear and confident again. Hit me up for a chat. I would love to talk to you. The link to book a time with me is in the show notes. So that's how I'll be bringing the word open to my business this year. If you have a word of the year, or even if you've loved this episode, I'd love for you to take a selfie right now. Stop what you're doing, take a selfie or a screenshot and post it to your favorite social media platform along with your word of the year or insights and tag me so that I can celebrate with you. I'm looking forward to bringing more amazing episodes to you in 2024, starting with next week, episode 99 with business coach Emma McQueen, who, by the way, is someone I definitely look up to in the online world, followed by episode 100, cue the fireworks, which is going to be all about where to put your focus for your content in 2024. I hope that's given you a bit of insight into what's been happening and what's coming up in the future as well here in Meld HQ. Talk soon. Thanks so much for listening. That's it for another week. To get more powerful content in your life, make sure you're following along on socials. My handle is @MEldBusiness. And just in case you're wondering, the groovy music for this podcast was created by Just Here on SoundCloud. I'd also be super grateful if you took a moment to rate and review this podcast so more amazing women like you can experience the power of content. And if you're like, hell Mel, stop talking, I'm ready to work with you now, here's how we can work some powerful content magic together. Firstly, come and join the Content Effect, my membership inspiring women with service-based businesses to ditch the content chaos and start creating stand-out content that gets you noticed and makes sales. You can join us by using the link in the show notes or just Google the Content Effect. The second way we can work together is via my one-on-one packages. We can create a sustainable content strategy or start to build out your client journey. It's up to you. Hop on over to meldbusinessservices.com.au/services to find out more. Until next time, have a beautiful week and embrace the power of your content.